Subscribe, please.
Hey guys, welcome back. It's your favorite Gimp with the Limp, and I am here with the next exciting episode of Thunder in the East by Frank Chadwick. We left off in part 7 with the end of the German second turn right up until their combat phase. They had to take and go ahead and do their declarations of what attacks they were going to make. I've actually gone ahead to save us a little time and laid those out across the board. We'll zoom in and take a look at them here in just a second. I wanted to touch on one thing that I noticed in the process of editing the previous video is that I had actually made a couple of illegal moves when I was taking and doing my special move phase because I was so focused on getting those units taken, surrounded and beaten down that I wasn't paying attention to zones of control. That was my bad. Stuff's going to happen, so I went ahead and got those units back to where they were supposed to be. They're the ones marked with these little yellow beads, just so I could remember to tell you guys about that's why they're not where they were when we left off with the previous video. I went ahead and retracted those illegal moves. I want to try to stay on point as much as I can. I'll have a little goof here or there, but something big like that I can fix, I want to go ahead and fix. So let me go ahead and remove these beads and we'll get started with our attack. Okay. So we're ready for our attack. The Germans have been pushing really hard. They've got some enemy units surrounded. And like I said, I went ahead and laid out all my markers. Now, there is a difference in this turn from our previous turn in the fact that Blitzkrieg is no longer going on and the Russians are not restricted as far as their air power is concerned this time. So there is going to be some air-to-air combat. And I've actually got some air units laid out. Now, to make things easier on myself, since this is the first turn where I've got a lot more air power to worry about besides just how many dice are they contributing to the close air combat, I just picked a few that I added close air support to, and then just grabbed a handful of Russian interceptors to take and at least put some resistance there. Obviously not the best decision to be made, but I didn't want to take and get bogged down into interception, counter-interception, the back and forth with a whole mess load of air going on. We will get into that into later turns. But this first turn where we've got actual air-to-air combat going on, I wanted to take and do it to where it was just kind of easy like we did before with close air support. And now we've got close air support with an escort and an interceptor. So we can just do it nice and basic looking at it, minimum amount of aircraft to kind of worry about. So I've got some attacks laid out here. We've got one up here, this 8-4 army unit, Russian army unit that I've been wanting to take out. I've been going after him. I actually am going after him with a Junkers 88, or is that 88 or 87? Junkers 87, actually. I stand corrected. And it has a BF 109F in support of it, and then intercepting it is a Russian, I-153. And these things, strangely enough, they don't have a whole lot of firepower in this game, but anyone who's played the game Warfighter, the air-to-air combat and now tank combat game, those things can be nasty. I mean, they were the best biplanes. They turn on a dime and they just destroy everything. I actually flew one of those a lot when I was playing matches back in the day, and it would just destroy everything because you could just turn on the spot and just maul someone down. I think I actually watched a video where someone took out a jet with one of those planes. I wouldn't be surprised. Those things are just badass. Of course, the game is made by the Soviets, so all those Soviet planes are OP as shit. So, yeah. Anyway, down over here, we have another attack we've got going on. This is another Russian 8-4 unit. I'm trying to nail down those bigger army units because those are the ones I have to worry about. And it's not a strong of attack. It's like this one here. The end result, I forgot to mention, is a 2-to-1 attack going towards it. I did have to pull back this unit. It was going to be contributing its attack as well. Would have bumped that up a little bit. But that's okay. We've got 2 6-4s attacking this 8-4. And then, like I was saying, I've got an attack over here. And I was trying to decide, am I going to take and have these 3 units attack this 8-4, or these 3 units attack this 8-4? I didn't really have the power to do both, not located here where the units are. I decided to go after this one so I could try to push them back a little bit because it seems like my main push has kind of materialized here, and I don't want them to kind of be able to cut in and start pinchering off my units. I need to push that back, but the problem is this set of army units here, these two Soviet units are dangerously close to being able to isolate one of my 6-4s here and knocking me back a large chunk in the northern sector of the attack. So I've got to have one push them back a little bit. So we've got another BF-109F taking escorting, another Junkers 87, and another I-153 taking and doing its interdiction. So that's going to be the air attack there, and then the ground attack depending on how things pan out. Now, the way air does work in this game, you can have close air support for both sides. All right, so you don't have to have just close air support for the attackers. You can have close air support that's escorted for the attackers, and then you can have a set of intercepting aircraft coming in from the defenders, and then their own set of close air support trying to support their ground units with their own escort, and then you can have interceptors coming in after the defensive guys, escorts and close air support. So that's what I was talking about, how air power can get into just right on top of each other. And for this round, I wanted to try to keep it a little bit more simple since we are introducing some new concepts with air-to-air. All right, so that's that attack. We got another one here with a 24-16-5 Panzer Army. And you guys tell me what you thought of that little video I made in the previous one. I like that instead of Thug Life, Panzer Life, them blowing everything away. Ah, so awesome. Anyway, we've got a question mark attack. No real bonus here. I decided not to take and put any aircraft here because he's already so strong at 24. He's already getting a combat odds shift anyway, and there's nothing else holding him back. This is clear terrain, no river, clear weather, so it's really just going to be what's under there, which so far has been like 2s and 3s. So it's probably going to just get raffle stomped, but we'll see. Right next to it, another Panzer Army doing an attack against this reduced 8-4. So it's now a 4-5-4 army unit. If that one gets knocked down, it'll get reduced and another counter get put here in its place, one of the question mark counters. The 8-4 that's isolated here is going to be attacked by all the units that are surrounding it. So that's a 4-to-1 attack going on to this guy. I've got 4 6-4 units and 1 4-6-4 unit attacking him. So he's going to get crushed. Didn't figure I would need air power there. We'll see how it pans out. Up here, I have another Panzer Army. They're in the woods attacking an 8-4 that's also in the woods. With that one being in the woods, that's going to be an automatic combat shift to the left. So I wanted to take and adjust for that. So this also has air power. It does not have the better Junkers 87s. I did put a couple of bombers with it. Junkers 88s there. Oh, wait. Now I got an 88 and a Heinkel 111. They've got the same power, so it doesn't matter. And another BF escorting them. I've got the same BF 109s escorting all of these guys. And then another interceptor for the Soviets. So they got, I think that's all my air power spread out. Yeah, that's all the air attacks. This one, and this one. Like I said, didn't put out a whole hell of a lot. So hopefully we can knock this guy out, because if I can punch here, punch here, punch here, then they'll have a little bit of a toehold left here, but I'll have this just big gap to try to capitalize on and maybe push around here, take out their HQ that's located here. Because if I can take out their forward HQ, they're already going to lose a supply point down over here. That will open it up to where I've got pretty much a straight shot at Moscow. After that attack, which is a 4-to-1, I think these two are the only other ones. Nope, these three. I've got another large Panzer Army. This is a victory point hex. Like I said, we're going to go after it. There's just a question mark, so it's a question mark in this place. And I'm going to crush it because I have, again, 2 12-9 6s in this hex. And one of them is going to be attacking northernly, and one is going to be, well, that's not really northern, was it? That's west. and one, no, that's east, excuse me, and one's going to be attacking south. So I'm going to probably keep these guys in the same hex just so they can bunch up. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't even attack because last time I took a damage here and it slowed these guys on getting beefed up, and I really want to get another massive Panzer army going. We're going to do it anyway because I want to put some hurt out. You can't win by holding back. So one's going to attack this way, one's going to attack this way. We're going to try to take out another mobile unit. That's going to be a combination of a 12-9, and then what is here? Get off. A little counter. A 6-4. A lot of 6-4s. 6-4, another 6-4. So that's 24 total attack going into this hex. And then this 6-4 that's underneath, this is a mountain unit. So it is not going to suffer the penalties that the Russians will attacking into these mountains. So I'm definitely going to be taking and messing those guys up. Let's get this straightened up a little bit. All these counters are... Okay, so when it comes to conducting your air combat, I grabbed up the units here. What you're basically going to do is the interceptors get to attack first, and then any surviving escorts get to attack back, okay? You're going to total up your total firepower, I guess is the way to look at it, for your defending units here, the air defending units, and that's going to be subtracted from the total firepower of the interceptors, and then you're going to roll on the air-to-air combat table. So for us, we've actually got good stats. I've got pretty much good stats across the board, but again, like I said, for ease of play, I didn't make the best strategic move, so don't hold it against me, okay? This guy has a combat strength of 1, right? Yeah, combat strength of 1. This guy's got a combat strength of 3, all right? But that shield is like a +1, okay? But that 8-ball there is like a -1, okay? So this is like +1, -1. They just cancel each other out for a total of 3. So 3 from the 1 leaves us to a -2. So that's what we're going to be rolling on the thing. Let me set these down and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about here. Grab up our dogfight board. So these are the results that you can get, which are damaged, aborted, or killed, just depending. And if it has a double result, that's for multiple aircraft. So if you get like a double result, there is a prioritization on how those losses are going to be allocated out. Generally, you're going to make sure a mission unit is hit first, which is, for me, would be that Junkers, and then your vulnerable aircraft. So that one with the 8-ball would take a hit before the one with the shield. All right, same thing as doing your ground combat. You're going to have your odds, and in this, the odds are actually -2, so that's really bad. That's, again, the lowest you can go is a -2. The highest you can go is a +5. So they're going to roll on this. They're hoping for a 5 or a 6 to get a damaged result. Again, if you're damaged, you still get to take and complete your action. So evidently, I made really bad choices because they can't even stop what's coming. All right, gonna roll my sweet ass gravity dice. Damn, I love these dice. All right, let's see what we get. Come on, big money. Oh, they got it. They got the damage. Look at that. Oh, they damaged my Junkers. Bastards. All right, so you see D, damaged result. So that means my Junkers is going to be flipped over to its damaged side, since the Junkers is the vulnerable aircraft and also the mission aircraft. So it would have been taking the first hit regardless. You bastard. Okay, now I get to attack back. Again, totaling my firepower, subtracting theirs. My total firepower is going to be a... Okay, let me know if I've got this right. I think that I do not count the Junkers as far as the firepower when attacking back. It should just be the escort, which means it's a firepower 4, subtracting their 1, giving me a 3. Let me know if I'm doing that wrong, but I do believe I have that right. So we're going to roll here on the 3 table and see what we get. An aborted result would pretty much be nothing at this point because his mission's already done. He's caused his damage. 6. Oh, we got big money. Look at that. We killed this sumbitch. K. KA. Again, if there was a second interceptor there, the second one would be aborted. And let's see, killed. Immediately place this unit damaged in the destroyed box. So that is going to be way down on that box. And Gimpy, cut this part out. I got to take and throw it over there because I will forget to do that. Okay, so I went ahead and threw that intercepting aircraft down into the destroyed box just to make sure that I did not forget about it. Now, I do get to add 2 dice, 2 close air support dice, because I've got 2 lightning bolts left on my close air support. But again, when he goes back, he's going back into the flown box, but he's going back damaged, which is so unfortunate. Now, my escort is effectively done at this point. He did his duty. He did take out the attacking aircraft, so yay on him. Now, we have, let me make sure I am right on that. It's 12 firepower, which is 3 to 2, and then he's getting bumped by 1. Yeah, so I am right. It's 2 to 1 with that headquarters bonus that we didn't have to reduce down. So we're going to be rolling our dice with 2 extra support dice. Come on, big money. Oh, we got some good results, baby. That is 2. Count them, 2 combat shifts, because the red does count for us since we have red lightning bolts. Outstanding. That's a flat out combat shift. So 2 combat shifts at a 4. So we are attacking at a 4 to 1 at a 4. Come on, big money. Exchange. Damn it. If I had got one more, I would have got defender loss. 1 defending unit. Attacker's choice is reduced. That is nice. I do like the fact that I'm reducing them. Then all defending units are retreated 2 hexes. 1 attacking unit, defender's choice is reduced. And then 1 surviving attacking unit may advance after combat. Damn. Took a loss. Well, he's going to reduce and flip. And, yeah, come on, flip over for me. And he's going to flee 2 hexes. We'll knock him back to this other port. And which one of mine does he want to reduce? He's probably going to want to reduce this one because the other one is in a defensive hex there, so he's not going to want to take and go after that hex. So he would come back after this one, so he'll go there, and I'm going to go ahead and move this guy up. Yeah, should I move him up? Or should I keep it back so I've got the wall? Oh, I can't tell. And that's not a victory hex, so I really don't care about taking the port because I don't have the extra rules as far as the sailing's concerned. I'm going to leave him there because I might want to shoot up that direction. So we'll just leave him there for now. I'm not going to move him up. All right, so that's it. That's how air combat works. You guys can see it's not that hard. But again, that was a very simplistic example. It can get into back and forth, which we'll see again later on. Let's get to our next attack here. We have another set of aircraft that are involved. We've got another Junkers 87 and BF 109 guarding. We pretty much got the same air combat that we just had going. So what was that that they had? Damn, I'm going to have to figure it out again. 3, so -2. So again, we're just wanting them not to roll a 5 or a 6. And then we're good. So let's take and roll real quick. Make sure you guys can see that. If they get a 5 or a 6, they will damage my Junkers. As long as they don't get that, we're good. 4. Boom. All right. No effect. Now I get to attack back. And attacking back, I get to attack back for 3. A +3 with my BF 109. 2, 3 is an abort, so that really is no effect either way. So the air combat had no effect during this round because, yeah, I'm aborting him and he's going away, but he was already going away anyway. He had already done his job. But we do get to keep our aircraft here. I'm just stacking them back here off camera out of the way for our combat. So again, let's see, 6 to 12. 3 to 2 with the command bump. Yep. All right. So it is another 2 to 1 with 2 dice. All right. So I'm hoping for another result. Get another big result like that. That would be great. I really want to push it and reduce that army unit. All right. Come on. Another big money. Big money. Yes. Look at that shit. That's what I'm talking about. Damn. The dice are loving me today. Oh, that is beautiful. Oh, that is beautiful. All right. That's right. Flip. Oh, I should probably look what the result is. I'm not even looking. I'm already ready to push that son of a bitch back. All right, where are we at? We're at 4-1. Defender loss. Oh, that's the best that I can get, but that is pretty good for a relatively weak attack. Defender loss. 1 defending unit is reduced. Attacker's choice, which is going to be that butt nugget. All defending units retreated 2 hexes, and 1 attacking unit may advance after combat. So we did exactly what we wanted to do, which was reduce that SOB and take and push him back out of our face. Open us up a little bit to where we're not as worried about getting socked in. He'll go 1, 2. Go back this direction since these guys are pushing up over here, trying to get in the way of my panzers. Put some more meat in the game. Where else are we going to move up? I don't want to move that one. He attacked. And if I move him up, let's move this one up. Move that up to there. Hold the line, and then these others can take and move up there and try to take and push those guys back. So, outstanding. Good job. Yes. Doing really well here. I am happy with how these first 2 attacks have turned out. So that probably means my Panzer army is going to get pole smoked over here. All right. This one actually does not have any air combat to worry about. Let me set these planes out of the way for now. It is going to be a question mark. Come on. No whammy. No whammy. 3 to 4. Okay. That's not a whammy. That's not too bad. I'll take that. 3-4 unit. That is, oh my God. That's 8 to 1. He's crushed. He's done for. Okay. Let me grab my 8 to 1 marker here. Yeah, because 3 8s make it 24. Perfect. Look at that. Gimpy's getting some math right. Good job, Gimpy. So proud of you. You know what it is? It's these awesome freaking dice, man. Look at those things. It's beautiful. They're rolling perfect for me. Watch it. This one's going to take and roll a 1. Damn. At 8 to 1, the lowest is defender loss. So at a minimum, it dies. There's no ifs, ands, or buts there. Okay. So let's just roll and see what we get, but his fate is already sealed. There is no fate. But what is it? What is the saying from Terminator 2? I just watched it the other day. There is no fate but that which we make, or something like that. Yeah, someone put it. Ah, look at that. There's the 1. But it's fine because we already know that is a defender loss. They were screwed from moment 1. He gets to die. We get to move up. And since this is a Panzer unit, I can move up 2 hexes. I'm just debating, do I want to move up 2 hexes? Because I was thinking, okay, well, I'll move up there, but that gives them a chance to get a 16 to 16, because they could have an 8, and then these 2 4s that are left attack, and I don't want that to happen. I can move up into this city and then attack across. Yeah, let's do that. There, and then we'll go over there. And again, I'm moving twice because the panzers do get to advance a little bit forward. Oh, wait, no, I can't do that. I can only do that with a breakthrough. I was thinking about that previously. Only a breakthrough would do that. Okay, well, that's fine. We'll take and finish attacking him later on. No worries. We'll get done with our next attack here. This is a defensive 5. Against this one, we're getting 1 combat shift. No aircraft to worry about, so just a straight 5 to 1 attack going across here with my Panzer unit. Hopefully, we'll get a decent result. I'll go ahead and roll it. I got a decent result on that off camera, but it didn't go in my dice tower. So, can't accept it. Come on. Big money. Son of a bitch. Damn it. I should have kept the thing that I rolled off camera. 5 to 1. Defender pressed. Okay, not too bad. Defender press must choose one of the following outcomes. All defending units are retreated 2 hexes, and then 1 attacking unit may advance, or reduce 1 defending unit, and then there's no retreat. Now, someone was talking about it previously, that they would have taken the reduction on one of the attacks. I think it was actually this one where he fell back, or one of these fell back instead of taking the reduction. He's definitely not going to take the reduction now, though, because if he takes the reduction, then he's getting cut down to just a question mark core unit. As it stands, there's a chance we can build him back up later. So he's going to back off. Go 1, 2 to there. And this one will definitely advance to take and keep my line going. That's what the Panzers are supposed to do, is punch these holes and then take and fill them in. All right, I'm going to pan the camera down just a little bit farther, and then we'll get back at it. All right, let's get back to it. Oh, and one thing I don't remember if I mentioned or not, but I'm not doing any attacks down over here like some of the units that are going on there. I'm focusing on this area on this one. I think I need to build up, especially Hungary, but I do believe the rest are allowed to attack, but we'll worry about that on a following turn. I want to focus on my advantage going right here. Okay, I am pushing over here though, so our next attack is, yeah, let's do this big one here. 4-1 are our odds, and I don't believe the isolated affects his defense. That only affects your attack strength, I do believe. Let me check. Yeah, I'm not saying anything about the isolated effect, and I'm pretty sure that does not affect his defense strength. That would only affect him if he was attacking, which he can't attack isolated anyway. Only if you're out of supply can you attack, but that would just be a reduced attack. He would be attacking at half, which he wouldn't do anyway. All right, so 4-1, no aircraft to worry about. Pretty simple. We can just take and roll on this. Hold up, where can I put my dice tower so you guys can see the results? Can fit in there? Yeah, that looks good. Okay, we're going with that. All right, come on, big money. 4 on a 4-1. Let's see what we got here. Come on, big money. It's, damn it, another friggin' exchange. I hate exchanges. Defending unit reduced. All defending units retreated 2 hexes, and then 1 attacking unit of defender's choice is reduced. Damn it. Hate having units reduced, but he's dead. Oh my god, he's crushed because he's reduced, and then he's retreating 2 hexes into wherever he goes is a is an enemy zone of control. So you see what I'm saying? He's already down 1, okay, and then retreating the first hex causes him to reduce down to a question mark unit, and then when that unit takes and retreats another hex in whichever direction, he's in another zone of control and squashed. So he's just flat crushed by that attack. They'll reduce my farthest unit here, and we'll take and move this 6-4 that's in the back up 1 hex right there. So that worked out really nice. Look at that, just destroyed. And that's how you want to do it as the Germans. You want to take and get around behind them, get those zones of control. That way, the enemy has to retreat into them. And you can see like what happened right there. A big army unit was just flat martyrized because they had to retreat through so many zones of control. All that for 1 reduced core. Yeah, I'll take that result any damn day. All right, our next one here is this one. Okay, we have another airstrike over here. Grab our air units in. Don't know what's going to happen. This is our last set of attacking air units. Let's set them out and see what our results are going to be. Okay, we have 1 escort. We've got the 88 and the 111. There is no 8-ball over here though. And you guys can see this one has a shield, which means it's stronger. And this is because they've abstracted these guys being able to fire back. The fact that, yeah, bombers do have machine guns and they were shooting at them, but it didn't do all that well. So they just abstracted it that this means basically +1, this means 0, 8-ball means -1. And that's how they worked out the combat. So we've actually got a 5. That works out pretty well. So we got +1, +1, and then 3 versus his 1. So he's still going to be at a -2. So, not that big a deal for him. But it would still be a mission unit that would take a loss first. So let's set our air units out of the way. We'll roll on it real quick. They're attacking. They get their pretty little red die. Attacking at a -2. They got a 1. 1 is no effect. So Interceptor did not do any good. And attacking at a 3 back with my escort. See what we get here. Oh, crushed. Crushed. There's the 6 at a 3, which is going to be killed. So that's going to be in the destroyed box. damaged side down. So give me a second. I'm going to throw that in the box. Man, I'll tell you, I did pick very, very, very badly for the Russians as far as their air units were concerned for this set of attacks, trying to make it just a little more simple on me. But they do have more aircraft. They do have a lot of aircraft, so they can come back from this. They've only lost a couple, but damn, that's going to hurt. All right, so Germans get 2 bonus die because they have the 2 attacking aircraft. Going after this, the odds are 4-1 with 2 bonus shifts. It is a Panzer, so they got that going for them too. Come on. I need big money attack here. Come on. Big, big, big. Oh, another aircraft is damaged. But it does get a shift. So that's 2 shifts. And let me flip over. I'll flip over the one that is not armored. It's my most vulnerable of the 2, so the 111 will get flipped. All right, 2 shifts, so 6-1 odds at a 3. Where are we at here? Another defender loss. Damn, I have got a buttload of defender losses this round. Okay, defender loss again is 1 defending unit, attacker's choice. Reduced, all defending units retreat 2 hexes away, and 1 attacking unit can advance after combat. All right, so he's going to reduce and pop back a couple of hexes. Let's see here. 1, 2. Keep him in the woods. Keep it to where he's getting that bonus. And yeah, we'll take and move up right there. Okay. Pop him down. All right, there we go. Last of the aircraft ice I have to worry about. It is so hard to try to keep all the units in the exact hexes that they're in. You're always just nudging shit. All right, we've got 2 attacks left to worry about. And I think it would behoove me to do this attack first, to move over into the city on the off chance that some of these guys have to retreat backwards, get a zone of control over there, but I don't think it'll matter too much, but we'll take and do that attack first. So we've got a strength of 36 against a strength of 2. So what do you know? Absolutely pwned that 36, what was that? 18-1. I don't think we got 18-1, so we'll go with 8-1 and see what the attack's going to give us. A 5. It's going to give us a breakthrough, which means the unit is absolutely destroyed, and we can move up 2 hexes. I'll take, and remember, these are just your supply dice. Had that there because that was a supply city for the Russians, but it is no longer because that just got smoked. And move it up, and I could move it up a 2nd hex. Now I've taken this city. Would it do me any good to move up there? I'm thinking, yeah. Where were these? Up there. If I move him there, I can start attacking this direction. Yeah, because I could get more. But if I keep him here, I'm exerting the zone of control over in this direction. And if this one has to retreat backwards, he doesn't have, this motorized unit would not have a area to go back to. You guys see what I'm saying there? Yeah, I'm thinking that's the better option. Because if I go there, his zone of control would be around. Well, no, he would still have his zone of control around. So yeah, see? His zone of control would still be to there. It'd still be cutting that guy off. So yeah, we'll take and move him up. And throw that over. That way, I'm shooting off in this direction. I've got, well, you guys can see the Panzer armies are here, here, here. These 4 big ones are all lined across. They're my farthest forward units. So this is kind of history replaying itself, that your toughest units do punch the line. This is Blitzkrieg in its finest. Yeah, good job, Germans. You guys had a good idea. You had a better leader, you might have won. All right. That guy's going to stay. He moved up. We'll take and do our next attack here. Look at this shit. 1-5. Man, it's like the dice gods are just out to destroy these people. It's a flat out 8-1. There's no need to even figure that out because the multitude of units that are attacking into that unit don't even need to figure it. All right, we'll roll for it. He's going to be crushed. 3 at an 8-1 is defender eliminated, right? Yeah, defender eliminated. 1 unit can move up. Now, do remember, this is a motorized unit. When these guys get eliminated, you are taking one of those 8-4 army units from the top of the Soviet map and bringing it down. We'll take and pull this guy over. He'll advance after combat. That way we can see our mountain dude attacking across into the mountains. All right, give me 1 second. I'm going to move that unit. Man, I'll tell you, the Soviets have a mess load of units on their in their force pool to take and bring out, but I just don't even see them having the ability to get them out. These, especially Barbarossa here, it just seems like they're at such a huge disadvantage. I mean, part of it's my shit playing because I really am trying to do my best for each side, but I know, like, especially this round when I was just doing the basic air, that was not that easy going on the Russians, but they're just having a hard go of it. All right, so we got our last stack here, got our bonus shift. Actually, that's 3-1 instead because of the bonus shift. So flip that out. We got a 3-1 going there. No aircraft, but the mountain terrain should affect it. All right, so let's take a look here. All non-mountain units are totaled and then halved, so we get none of these penalties that the others, when they were attacking down, they got. So we're not getting reduced at all. Yeah, we got 2-1 odds, just flat out 6-3, and then we're getting a bonus shift again for the HQ being in offensive mode. So we got a 3-1 attack going. That's not too bad. Let's take and roll off on it. No penalties for having the mountain, since we do have mountain units there. 2 at 3-1 is a stalemate, so I do believe that is nothing happens. Let's see here, turn this the right way. 1 defending unit, defender's choice is reduced, and then 1 attacking unit, attacker's choice is reduced. Well, doesn't that suck? God, my mountain unit's getting reduced. These guys are killed. Take them off. Oh, that's so unfortunate. It's the only mountain unit that I have, and it just got reduced. I'm going to have to spend some points to bring that back, because I was thinking I could take and shoot this guy along the mountains here, because he's not going to incur penalties, and he can put some hurt onto these motorized units that are left over there, because I am trying to pick those things off as I go along. Okay, so this is the state of the board when we finished up the German combat phase. And I was just thinking about something. I do not have very many aircraft left at all for the Germans. I really have kind of burned through them. And this might end up biting me in the butt because the Soviets now have access to a buttload of aircraft, and they can really throw a whole lot of them in on the next turn to try to just have some, balls to the wall, Hail Mary shots to try to force this German offensive back. Like I was saying, you guys can see how the Panzer units are doing their job. They have crushed it in this direction. They crushed here, they crushed here, crushed here. This whole Soviet bloc, these army units used to be up here. They've been pushed back and reduced, some of them being eliminated. My biggest hole is right here in the center. We've just carved it out. There's no units left. You guys can see there's just a little bit there, and then they're holding here in the north, and they're kind of holding here in the south. But from here to here, pretty much back, I own it. I've taken control of all of that. Did take control of one of their victory point hexes, which, let's grab our... here it is. I was looking for my control markers. I have not flipped those out yet. Put those in the bowl. We'll take and put that right there so we know Germans have control of that victory point hex, and they're getting ready to get this one. I'm having a harder time punching up into the north because they were able to push in a little bit here, kind of cut a hole, and they had done it here, but that guy got eliminated. So that worked out fairly well for me. All right, so we will be picking back up with the regular movement phase, finish up with the second German turn, and then we'll pick up with the start of the Russian turn after that, and then wrap it up and see how they can pan out. If you got any ideas on how the Russians can do a little bit better, my only idea to try to bring things back from them, because they're getting just stomped right now, is to take and throw the air power into it. There is not, like I said, a whole lot of German air power to take and fight them back. I think I've only got like 1 or 2 escorts left who could actually fly to try to fight off anything that they throw out. So even if they are about bad odds, if they throw a lot of aircraft at the attack and at least get some shifts, they could be at a 1 to 2 disadvantage, but get a couple of shifts from their aircraft and get bumped up to 2 to 1, maybe 3 to 1, depending, and get some better odds. This would be their chance to try to bring things back a little bit, punch some holes in my lines, and see if they can cut off some guys, get them out of supply. Because if they do get, like my Panzers, out of supply, and then all of a sudden they're not attacking at 24 anymore with combat shifts and all that stuff, they're attacking at reduced odds, that's going to be something definitely to worry about. All right, well, that's going to be it for this turn. Hope you guys enjoyed it. You guys take care. I'll catch you in the next one.